Did you know that after the age of 50, you could be losing up to 1 pound of your muscle mass every single year? A startling study from the Journal of Post-Acute and Long-Term Care Medicine revealed this silent epidemic is a direct predictor of your future independence. But what if I told you the most common solution people reach for isn't the best one? In fact, it might be a waste of your money. If you felt a bit weaker lately, or noticed it's just a little harder to open a jar or get up from your favorite chair, I want you to know you are certainly not alone. My name is Frank Taylor, and at 68 years young, I've spent a lot of time thinking about these very questions. Now, I want to be clear, I am not a medical doctor or a geriatrician. My journey over the past decade has been a bit different. I've dedicated my retirement to being a sort of health detective for folks just like us. I spend my days digging into the latest clinical studies. And I want to emphasize that all the research I mention will always be linked in the description below every video, so you can check it for yourself. My goal is to take that complex scientific information and turn it into practical advice that we can actually use in our daily lives. And one of the most surprising truths I've found is this: a common food sitting in your grocery store aisle is far more effective for all-day muscle maintenance than most popular protein powders. So, in today's video, we are going to cover 3 key things. First, we'll uncover why most protein supplements are not the magic bullet for senior muscle health. Second, I'll reveal the science behind one specific dairy food that provides a superior type of protein for preventing sarcopenia. And finally, I'll give you a simple, actionable plan to make it a part of your daily life, starting today. But before we dive in, I have a quick question for you. Have you ever tried a protein supplement? Just type a simple yes or no in the comments below. I'm really curious to see what you've tried. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's start with the big one. We've introduced the word sarcopenia, which simply means age-related muscle loss. But to truly fight an enemy, you have to understand it completely. It's not just a single process, it's a cascade of events, a perfect storm that happens inside our bodies as the years go by. It's the silent thief that doesn't just steal your strength, but also your metabolic health and your resilience. Let's go back to our brick wall analogy. We said that as we age, our body becomes a less efficient bricklayer due to anabolic resistance. This is the cornerstone of the problem. Our muscles become hard of hearing. They don't listen to the signals from exercise or protein as well as they used to. But why? What's causing this resistance? There are several culprits working together. First are our hormones. Think of hormones like the foremen on our muscle-building construction site. In our youth, foremen like testosterone and human growth hormone were constantly shouting orders, keeping the bricklayers working at peak efficiency. As we age, these foremen start to speak in whispers. The levels of these anabolic hormones naturally decline, which means the signal to build gets much weaker. Second, there's a chronic low-grade inflammation that scientists now call inflammaging. Imagine a constant, light drizzle of acid rain falling on our brick wall, day in and day out. This chronic inflammation, fueled by factors like stress, poor diet, and lack of sleep, actively promotes muscle breakdown. It essentially tells the body to start dismantling the wall, brick by brick. So now, not only are our bricklayers slow, but there's a demolition crew working against them at the same time. And third, it's about the energy supply. Inside every muscle cell are tiny power plants called mitochondria. They provide the energy for everything, including muscle repair. As we age, our mitochondria can become less numerous and less efficient. It's like the power supply to our construction site is sputtering. The bricklayers are there, they have some bricks, but they don't have enough electricity to power their tools effectively. So you see, it's a multi-front war. We have weaker signals from hormones, a constant attack from inflammation, and a dwindling power supply from our mitochondria. This is why sarcopenia is so pervasive, and the consequences extend far beyond muscle weakness. We mentioned the dramatically increased risk of falls, but let's talk about the vicious cycle that follows. A senior has a fall. Even if they don't break a bone, they develop a fear of falling. This fear leads to decreased activity. They stop going for walks. They avoid stairs. This inactivity is the fastest way to accelerate sarcopenia. The muscles weaken further, making them more unstable, which in turn increases the risk of another fall. It's a devastating downward spiral. Furthermore, your muscles are the single largest consumer of blood sugar in your body. They are like a massive sugar sponge. When you eat a meal, your muscles soak up the glucose from your blood, keeping your blood sugar levels stable. As you lose muscle mass from sarcopenia, you lose your primary tool for blood sugar management. Your sugar sponge shrinks. This is why sarcopenia is a major independent risk factor for developing type 2 diabetes. A 2018 study in the journal Clinical Nutrition confirmed this strong link, showing that individuals with low muscle mass had significantly worse insulin resistance. Finally, your muscle is a reservoir of amino acids that your immune system desperately needs during times of stress, like fighting off an infection or recovering from surgery. When you have sarcopenia, you have a much smaller reservoir. This is why older adults with less muscle mass have a much harder time recovering from illnesses and have longer hospital stays. Your muscle isn't just for movement, it's your armor. It's your protein bank for emergencies. So, sarcopenia is not a cosmetic issue. It is a critical health issue that impacts our hormonal balance, our metabolic health, our mobility, and our ability to fight disease. The standard advice of just eat more protein is like telling our construction crew to just work harder, without addressing the fact that their foremen are quiet, their tools have no power, and a demolition crew is working against them. We need a smarter strategy. We need to provide not just any building materials, but the absolute best, most effective materials delivered in a way that bypasses these roadblocks. So let's investigate the most common material people use and why it often fails. So let's turn all our attention to our hero, plain Greek yogurt. We've established its power comes from casein protein, the hardwood log that burns slow and steady. Now, let's put on our health detective hats and dig even deeper into why this food is a nutritional masterpiece for senior health. To truly understand casein, you have to understand milk. Cow's milk protein is made up of two main types. About 20% is whey, and a whopping 80% is casein. When we make cheese or Greek yogurt, we are concentrating the casein. The liquid whey is mostly drained off, which is why Greek yogurt is so thick and has such a high protein content. Casein exists in milk in a fascinating structure called a micelle. You can picture it as a tiny spherical bundle of protein strands. When these micelles hit the acid in your stomach, they curdle and clump together, forming the gel we talked about. This is what makes casein so unique. It's this physical transformation in your stomach that creates the slow-release mechanism, dripping amino acids into your system for up to 7 or 8 hours. This brings us to a crucial concept. Casein is not just anabolic, muscle building, it's profoundly anti-catabolic. Catabolism is the process of breaking down tissue. So, anti-catabolic means it actively prevents muscle breakdown. This is arguably even more important for us than building new muscle. Our primary goal is to stop the dismantling of our brick wall. The slow, steady release of amino acids from casein sends a powerful signal to the body. There is no famine. There is no need to break down our precious muscle tissue for energy. This is especially vital during the night. A pre-sleep meal of Greek yogurt can flip your body from a catabolic, muscle-wasting state into an anti-catabolic, muscle-preserving state for the entire duration of your sleep. Now, someone might ask a very smart question. Frank, if casein is so great, why not just buy a tub of casein protein powder? It's a fair question, and the answer lies in the concept of the whole food matrix. Nutrients in food don't work in isolation, they work synergistically, as a team. When you isolate casein into a powder, you strip it away from its powerful teammates that are naturally present in yogurt. Who are these teammates? First, as we mentioned, are the billions of probiotics. But let's be more specific. Strains like Lactobacillus acidophilus and Bifidobacterium lactis, commonly found in yogurt, have been shown in studies to reduce gut inflammation. A less inflamed gut means better absorption of all nutrients, including the very amino acids from the casein. So the probiotics are helping the casein do its job better. Second is the remarkable synergy for bone health. Yogurt contains a perfect trio: calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin K2 in full-fat versions. We all know calcium is for bones, but it needs helpers. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic cop, directing the calcium into your bones and teeth and keeping it out of your arteries and soft tissues, where it can cause problems. Casein powder has calcium, but it's missing the K2. Third are the healthy fats. Full-fat Greek yogurt contains a beneficial fatty acid called conjugated linoleic acid, CLA. Research, such as that published in the journal Nutrients, has suggested that CLA may play a role in preserving lean muscle mass and reducing body fat. You completely lose this when you opt for a fat-free powder. And finally, you have a host of other micronutrients like potassium, vitamin B12, and iodine, all crucial for nerve function, energy production, and thyroid health. So when you choose Greek yogurt over casein powder, you are choosing the entire coordinated team over a single star player. It's the difference between hiring a single bricklayer versus hiring the bricklayer, the electrician, the plumber, and the foreman, all working together to build a stronger house. The whole is truly greater than the sum of its parts. This is the wisdom of nature versus the reductionism of a laboratory. And this wisdom is what our bodies are designed to recognize and use most effectively. So now that we are convinced of the why, let's get laser-focused on the how. How do we take this nutritional powerhouse and seamlessly integrate it into our lives? Knowledge without action is just trivia. So let's build a comprehensive, practical plan to make Greek yogurt a cornerstone of your health strategy. First, let's become experts at choosing it. The dairy aisle can be a minefield of marketing tricks. Let's talk about the different types. You'll see regular yogurt, which is thinner and has less protein. Then you have Greek yogurt, which is strained to remove whey, making it thicker and doubling the protein. You might also see Icelandic skyr, which is strained even further, making it the highest in protein, but sometimes with a more tart flavor. For our purposes, Greek yogurt or skyr are both excellent choices. Now, how to read the label. Grab the container and turn it around. We are detectives, remember? The ingredients list. This is the most important part. The list should be short. Ideally, it should just say, cultured pasteurized milk. Sometimes it will list the specific live cultures, which is great. If you see a long list with things like sugar, cornstarch, pectin, potassium sorbate, or natural flavors, put it back. These are signs of a lower quality, highly processed product. The nutrition facts. Look for two numbers. First, protein. Aim for 15 grams or more per serving. Second, total sugars. For plain, unsweetened yogurt, this number should be low, typically around 5 to 8 grams. This is not added sugar, it's lactose. the natural sugar found in milk. If the number is up in the 15 to 20 gram range, it means sugar has been added. Avoid it. The fat content. My strong recommendation is to choose full fat, often FIM, or at least low fat, 2%. The fat-free versions often have a chalky taste and lack the beneficial fatty acids like CLA and the fat-soluble vitamins like K2. Fat provides satiety, helping you feel full longer. Second, let's expand our culinary repertoire. Here are 5 powerful ways to use it. The Sarcopenia Fighting Breakfast Parfait. This is more than just breakfast. It's a statement. In a glass, create layers. A layer of Greek yogurt, a layer of high-fiber berries like raspberries, a layer of chopped walnuts or almonds for healthy fats and crunch, a sprinkle of chia or flax seeds for omega-3s. Repeat. It's a delicious, nutrient-dense way to get 20-30 grams of high-quality protein to start your day. The superior salad dressing. Forget store-bought dressings with their cheap vegetable oils and sugar. Make your own. In a bowl, mix half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, the juice of half a lemon, a spoonful of Dijon mustard, a chopped garlic clove, and some fresh dill or parsley. Whisk it together. It's a creamy, delicious, high-protein dressing for any salad. The Smart Marinade. The lactic acid and calcium in yogurt work together to gently break down proteins in meat, making it incredibly tender and juicy. Before cooking, coat chicken breasts or fish fillets in a mixture of Greek yogurt, lemon juice, and spices like paprika and cumin. Let it marinate for at least an hour. The result is incredible. The Savory Yogurt Bowl. Who says yogurt has to be sweet? This is a fantastic lunch or snack. To a bowl of Greek yogurt, add a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, some chopped cucumber, cherry tomatoes, a few olives, and a sprinkle of sea salt and oregano. It's like a trip to the Mediterranean and is packed with protein and healthy fats. The ultimate bedtime builder. Smoothie. To your blender, add 1 cup of milk or kefir, half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, a large handful of spinach, you won't taste it, I promise, and half a banana for potassium. This smoothie is designed to be consumed 30 to 60 minutes before bed to load your system with slow-release casein for all-night muscle repair. Finally, let's address potential concerns. What if you are lactose intolerant? This is a valid concern. However, the process of fermentation used to make yogurt, and especially the straining process for Greek yogurt, removes a significant portion of the lactose. The live probiotic cultures also produce the enzyme lactase, which helps digest the remaining lactose. Many people who cannot tolerate a glass of milk find they can enjoy Greek yogurt without any issues. The key is to start small, with just a spoonful, and see how your body feels. What about general concerns over dairy? It's true that a lot of modern dairy is highly processed, but we are advocating for a very specific type: unsweetened, full-fat, fermented dairy from a quality source. This is a traditional food that has been consumed by healthy populations for thousands of years. It's a world away from a sugary milkshake or a slice of processed cheese. The plan is simple. Choose well, get creative, and be consistent. This one food can be a powerful ally in our fight for a stronger, healthier, and more independent life. I'm truly excited for you to give it a try. So, we've been on quite a deep journey of discovery together today. Before we talk about the next steps, I want us to take a moment to truly connect all the pieces, not just to summarize, but to understand the full picture of the power we now hold. First, we gave a name to the silent enemy, sarcopenia. We've understood that this is not a life sentence of old age. It isn't simply about getting weaker. It's a medical condition with clear causes, a perfect storm of hormonal changes, the chronic low-grade inflammation that scientists call inflammaging, and the declining efficiency of the power plants in our muscle cells, the mitochondria. By understanding this, we have transformed sarcopenia from something frightening and inevitable into a problem that can be solved. It's no longer a ghost in the closet. It's an opponent we can study and defeat. Next, we did something very important together. We questioned the popular solutions. We debunked the myth of fast-acting protein powders like whey. We understood that for our bodies that have journeyed through 6, 7, or 8 decades, a fast and powerful solution isn't always the best. It's like trying to fill a precious teapot with a fire hose. We learned that our muscles, with their anabolic resistance, need a more delicate, more patient approach. We don't need a shout, we need a persistent whisper. This is a crucial mindset shift. It frees us from the pressure of chasing youth-oriented fitness trends and allows us to find solutions that truly fit our unique physiology. We also looked at the additives, artificial sweeteners, and potential contaminants in highly processed supplements, and concluded that the natural whole food path is always the safest and wisest one. And this led us to the hero of our story today, plain Greek yogurt. We didn't just discover that it's a great source of protein, we went deeper. We discovered its secret lies in casein protein, the slow-burning hardwood log that provides a steady, sustained stream of amino acids for hours. We understood that this slow-release mechanism is the perfect key to unlock the problem of anabolic resistance. It gives our muscle bricklayers the time and the resources they need to do their job effectively. But we went even further. We learned about the whole food matrix, how the casein in yogurt doesn't work alone. It's supported by a powerful team, the probiotics that improve gut health to better absorb that very protein. The trio of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin K2 working together to build strong bones as a foundation for our muscles, and beneficial fatty acids like CLA that help preserve lean muscle mass. This is the wisdom of nature at work. It's a complete nutritional ecosystem in one simple container, a holistic solution that no powder can ever match. So what is the big picture here? It shows that to solve the health challenges of our later years, we don't need high-tech, expensive, or complicated solutions. Often, the answer is already present in nature, in the traditional foods that have nourished humanity for thousands of years. It shows that by deeply understanding the why behind a problem, we can make how-to choices that are vastly more intelligent and effective. This knowledge is power. It shifts us from the role of a passive victim of the aging process to the role of an active architect of our own health. And now, with that solid foundation, let's build a detailed plan to turn this knowledge into real-world action. Let's also not forget the forgotten companion, hydration. We talk so much about protein, but we often forget the most critical component of muscle, water. Your muscles are about 75% water. When you're dehydrated, even slightly, muscle performance drops significantly. Nerve signals to the muscles slow down, nutrient delivery is hampered, and muscles are more prone to cramping and fatigue. Drinking enough water throughout the day is just as important as eating enough protein. But the foundation of it all is your mindset for the golden years. This is perhaps the most important part. You can have the best food and the best exercises in the world, but if your mindset isn't right, it will be hard to stay consistent. For years, society has fed us a story about aging, that it is an inevitable process of decline. It's about managing aches and pains and accepting new limitations. I am here to ask you to throw that story away. Replace it with a new story, a story of proactive building and constant renewal. Every healthy meal you choose, every time you decide to take a walk instead of sitting, is not just a physical act. It is a declaration. You are telling the universe and yourself, I am worthy of being healthy. My future is vibrant. I am not just passing the days. I am actively building my best years yet. Stop thinking about preventing weakness. Start thinking about building strength. The language we use matters. Instead of saying, I hope I don't fall, say, I am building strong legs to carry me wherever I want to go. This dietary shift, starting with Greek yogurt, can be the catalyst for this larger mindset shift. It can be the proof you need that you do have control. You can feel better. Age is not a prison, but a stage of life that offers the wisdom and the opportunity to care for yourself more deeply than ever before. So when you eat that spoonful of yogurt, remember you are not just eating protein. You are eating resilience. You are eating independence. You are eating a brighter future that you are building for yourself. Our journey today is coming to a close, but your health journey is just beginning. If there is only one thing you remember from this video, let it be this. You have far more power over your aging process than you have ever been led to believe. You are not a passenger on a drifting ship. You are the captain, at the helm, able to choose your course. This change is a choice. The choice for knowledge over myth. The choice for action over passivity. The choice for hope over fear. And these small choices, when made consistently, add up to a monumental transformation in your life. And you do not have to take this journey alone. One of the greatest things we can do is learn from and support one another. That's why the comment section below this video isn't just a place to leave a message. I want it to be a community hub, a place where we can share experiences and cheer each other on. So I have a few invitations for you. Don't just watch and leave. Join the conversation. First, and most importantly, what is the single biggest takeaway you got from today's video? Was it the understanding of sarcopenia, the truth about protein powders, or the power of casein? Share the one thing that really clicked for you. Second, I want to know, are you joining me for the Golden Years Yogurt Challenge? If so, just write a simple comment that says, I'm in, or I accept the challenge. Declaring your intention publicly can be a powerful motivator. And finally, for those of you who are already fans of Greek yogurt, what is your #1 tip for the newcomers? Do you have a favorite flavor combination? A brand you trust? A secret recipe? Please share your wisdom. Your comment might be the inspiration someone else needs to get started. I promise you this. I read every single comment. I want to hear your stories, answer your questions, and learn from your experiences. We are building this community together. If you found this information not just helpful, but empowering, I would be so grateful if you could help spread this message. Please click that thumbs up button below. It tells the algorithm that this video is valuable and helps it reach more people who need to hear it. Share it with a friend, a family member, or a neighbor you care about. A simple act of sharing could truly change someone's life. And of course, be sure to subscribe, because our journey isn't over. We will continue to explore more science-backed, practical ways for you to thrive in your best years. Thank you so much for your time and your valuable attention today. It has been an honor to share this space with you. Remember, be strong, be proactive, and keep building. I'll see you in the next videos.